Hello and welcome to Opinion Plays Hoi4 with the Cold War mod. I think it's called the Iron Curtain. Cold War Iron Curtain, A World Divided. This is not a mod I've played before, but it is a mod that I was recommended on Discord, so it's a mod I'm checking out. And I am, so far, impressed at what I'm seeing. I'll be playing as the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, although that name is kind of silly considering that the Socialist Republics are actually all their own little puppet states at the moment. Which, you do have an option to annex them, but I will keep them, because I do have Together for Victory. But this is, you would think this would just be called, like, the Russian Socialist Republic, because it's not actually the union of them. The union of them comes in with all of these under a single government, but hey, it's fine, it's fine. It's okay. Let's see, are you directly under us? Yes, you are. Union of Social Republics, the USSR. And the end of the Nuremberg trials. The Nuremberg trials finally came to an end after 4 years. 24 of the most important leaders of the former Nazi government went to trial from 1945 to 1949 for their actions of World War II, ranging from simple invasions to mass genocide. Among other things, the 15 closest allies to Hitler, who are still alive, were sentenced to either death or life imprisonment. The top 10 prominent members of the political and military leadership of the Nazi Germany were executed by hanging, the best way. However, several other Nazi officials would commit suicide while waiting for trial. The only exception is Speer, who was too only one to show any remorse. 7 Nazi officials would be imprisoned in Spandau prison, nicknamed the Spandau Seven, including Albrecht Speer, Rudolf Hess, Karl Dönitz, and others being sentenced to prison for varying amounts. The world can now heal, knowing that the men have caused World War II and the suffering behind it are either dead, imprisoned, or waiting for trial. It's over now, and we start the game in 1949, where the world seems to be on edge, and on edge of a full communist takeover, because if you look around, I'm actually not that well versed in the history after World War II. It's kind of a big gray area for me. They didn't teach it a whole lot in my school, and I haven't really found all that much interesting to really look into it. But looking around now, there is some fun things. Over here, China is in the midst of their civil war. So it's the people of the Republic of China, and the Republic of China is also at war with the East Turkestan Republic, who is fighting. Then, if we go down to Vietnam, hello, Thana, you're down there in Cantho. We have Ho Chi Minh fighting against the, nice cigarette, buddy, the state of Vietnam, which is underneath French rule at the moment, a part of French Indochina, with Sa Vong of Laos and, what do you call it, Cambodia. Then we go over to East Indies, which is currently in the midst of a civil war between Republic of Indonesia, East Indies itself, and the Islamic State of Indonesia. Before there was ISIS, there was Indonesia. Then, going through other parts of the world, we have Japan, which after being nuclear bombed, is now under the rule of Caesar, good old Douglas MacArthur, ruling, direct rule from Tokyo. We have Democratic People's Republic and the Republic of Korea split right down the middle. That's going to erupt into war any day now. We do have a border with them. That's nice. We could probably do something there. That'll be by event, I'm pretty sure. Then we go over to, of course, Europe, where we have Eastern Germany with East Berlin and West Berlin. We're going to build that Berlin Wall. We own Eastern Burgenland and Vienna, while the British, Americans, and French own that side. There's, oddly enough, Trieste here, which is being protected by us, the Free Territory of Trieste. No idea what that's about, but it is interesting. I know that in the modern world, Trieste is a part of Italy, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Also, a fun bit of trivia that I found out from looking around the map. San Marino at this time was communist. The little I'm not even sure what you call it. What do you call it, a principality? The San Marino inside of Italy, but also independent, as well as there's Vatican City with Pius. Nice to see you, buddy. And that is one thing I've noticed, that this mod has quite a lot of importance on accuracy. So you have tiny little places like Liechtenstein, you have Monaco down there, you have Andorra, which is considered a protectorate underneath France. I don't know how accurate that is. From what I understand, Andorra has kept its independence because it was always guaranteed by both France and Spain at the same time. Hello, Mr. Franco. You have Tangiers over there. Spanish Protectorate. Ah, what an interesting time. United Kingdom took over parts of Libya, while the French Republic also took some. French Republic is also decentralized, as well as the British, who have all their little protectorates and other things. Oh yeah, that's right. Belgium took over Rwanda and Burundi. We have Botswana, Lesotho, and Swaziland. Union of South Africa with Southwest Africa, former Germans. Ethiopia is still out there. I just want to look around the map. This is cool. I like this. I like the work that's been put into this, but we're playing the Soviet Union because recently they came out with a patch that gave them a new focus tree, which I rather like. So we can go Lessons of the Great Patriotic War, which is World War II, but I think, because it's the Korea question, there's the Greek Civil War, which I'll show later, Turkish Straits Crisis, proclaim victory over fascism, revival of the Orthodox Church, Soviet Socialist patriotism, Stalin notes, Stalinist reform, which would just give us a whole lot of political power. But I think we'll go Generalissimo Stalin for 5, because it's only 5 days. And it would be very quickly. Also, there's the Greek Civil War. Comrade Stalin has done much for the Soviet people. However, after the defeat of the fascist beast and the expansion of the Soviet Union, there is still much to do in regards to the future of socialism and the nation and abroad. Let's do that while we take a look into our research slots. Many new features added in with this game, and I'll probably be able to see them in here. So, because it takes place after World War II, all of this had to be redone. We have AK-47s now, going up to the AK-74. Yeah, this goes very long, by the way, up until the 1990s, well, right before I was born, as well as specialist weapons, some snipers, some Soviet gear. But the AK-47 is probably the nicest thing we got. Let us show up the helicopters and missiles. The helicopters is a very basic design after 1950. There's utility, cargo, there's the attack helicopter, which I sexually identify as, and the scout helicopter. Hello, train. You starting up? Hello. We got WMDs that we can look at. If you are new to the channel, there's a train outside my house all the time, every day. It's a wonderful thing, really. No, don't get started with me now. So we got nuclear bombs already. I think that train conductor has masculinity issues. Fission warhead number 1. Some fission warheads. Fusion warheads. The what is those? The hydrogen bombs. Naval reactors for submarine warfare. All the way down to the 1990s. Space. There's the Sputnik, although for some reason I don't see the date. No, not you. I don't see the dates. So we'll just have to go with how quickly we're ahead of time. Yeah, this mod goes a long way. And after I'm done with the focus tree, the kind of the gimmick of this mod is that after I'm all the way through with this focus tree and after it gets to the right date, I think 1960 it is, you'll receive another focus tree on top of that to keep it going, which means that there's quite the possibility to keep this game going for a long time, although I noticed that I haven't started playing yet, but that's because I'm trying to get familiar with it. Another thing is that you have what is called DEFCON, which is how you go to war. So you can't actually declare war until I believe you're at DEFCON 3 or higher. At DEFCON 5, you have to be at peace. You have to wait until the world tension goes up a little bit. And we have caused quite a bit of it, haven't we? Last chance. Threat from actions. Yeah. In terms of factions, there is the Common Form, which is all the socialist republics. However, there is also NATO, but NATO is a little bit different because it depends on who is fighting. It's kind of a defensive pact, but it's also, they can join in based on who they're fighting or not. It's out there. As for this, show tutorial again. Now I'm good. Transfer Crimea to the Ukraine. For logistical, cultural, and diplomatic reasons, the Supreme Soviet wishes to transfer them. Beep. Proposed Austrian unification will take some time. Toot toot. AI stuff. 0 days. Okay. Develop some oil fields. Very nice. I like what they've done with this. Decisions are available. Indeed, we can transfer over Crimea. Oh, that's a nice effect. Come on, I want to hear the radio again. So we have Crimea. There's a lot of dockyards here. That's pretty good. But we could give it over to the Ukraine. I do not know when that happened in the real world. As like I said, I don't necessarily know much about this time period. But I think that is mostly a good idea. We'll gain some political power. Pretty useful. They'll have more say. It's not like we don't have plenty of area around here. We have Rostov. We have Novosibirsk. Russian pronunciations, not good for me. So I think we'll do it. Transfer that over to Crimea. And you, yes, colonies. You're technically a colony state. Weird. And what, was that a core state of ours? Strange. You, how about, you got a lot of new weapons. We seem to suffer from quite a bit of 2.2 million manpower in the field, 83% in-field ratio. Let's check out our unit logistics. So we got this Strelkoive. I cannot even try it. It's a brigade, and it's not even that great of a brigade. So it's an infantry brigade, single brigade with another brigade. No, it's an infantry regiment with another regiment of just guns. So it's an artillery regiment and an infantry regiment brigaded together. It does make sense, especially with our large space that we have to cover, that we might want that. There are some UN symbols here. I might just use those, although I'm not entirely sure of some of them. Unfortunately, they don't have the chess pieces, which is my favorite ones to use. So, let's see. An M across there. That would be a mountaineer. Double humps, I don't know what that is. That's motorized infantry. That's a tank division. I don't know what kind of tank division that is. No idea what that is. That's just a bunch of squeaky lines at that point. Solid tank. I guess these are more like tank and infantry combined. Tank. We might as well. Nah. I don't particularly want that. Default symbol. We'll keep it like that. We also have some Spetsnaz, which is a very small unit, but we might be able to use them to just spam the enemy. Lots of tank divisions, and some of them have the same names, which isn't exactly helpful because you have 2 regiments of mechanized and then 2 regiments of tank, while, let's say, you, who have the same name, Garia Motosklivsky, and then, oh, you're mechanized, you're motorized. That's the difference. And yet, you appear to be mechanized with motorized. What's the difference? You have light mechanized. Oh, it's just so specific. Tank division, solid tank division, very little infantry. Organization, 17%. Probably not that useful. Organization's a bit too low on that. A mechanized division that also has tanks. It's kind of a combined arms effort. How about unassigned divisions? To which there are a lot, aren't there? Well, I'm not going to be a beggar here. Let's start with all troops inside of here. Get on that borderized. Oh yeah, that's right, we have a longer border than usual. Pull back and just cover Eastern Germany. Oh, hello, Mr. Hitler Mustache. Nice of you to join us. Let's see. Paratroopers, probably not you then. Cavalry expert, you definitely are not useful. Combined arms expert, though. That sounds useful. Isa Alexandrovich Belyev. Well, maybe a couple. Yeah, these troops specifically should just get a line around West Berlin. I should probably focus on some research slots. Industry, engineering, comms. Okay, ahead of time. World War II computers. Sounds nice. Early transistors, powder coating, too early. That's 1950. Okay, we're gonna be waiting on that for quite some time. I like how they use all of this and then just add right on top of it. 1950, but we can't go for that. That's good. Fleet and Being, we could get some land doctrine, which hasn't even been used yet for some reason. Some 1960s, 1940, 1949. I could get this, the KS-30 for anti-air. Okay. 1947, we got lots of tanks, but not a whole lot. There's something there I could get. It's just I just need something within this time period, please. Let's spend some research getting the AK-47. The team weapons, might as well. That's 1980. We're gonna be outside of that for quite some time. Marines, I have no idea how well this game runs, to be honest. Helicopters. Helicopter, give me the news. 1947, anti-ship missile. Unguided rocket versus the Kolomi. Okay, that's 300 days off. Scanner, can't do any of those. Ahead of time. WMDs. Ahead of time. Nuclear fission warhead. Because we have nuclear bomb. Nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor, state 2. Bomb or reactor? Bomb or reactor? Let's go bomb. Let's go for wars that we can't even bother to fight. And dear Lord in heaven. Which one are you? You're a guard division. What do you got in there? Pretty normal paratroopers, I guess. I would honestly just let these guys just handle it. Wait, is that a... No, that's just a Norwegian troop. I thought it was a UK troop. Ooh, there's a lot of troops. This is the one thing I don't like about playing as the Soviet Union in general. There happens to be a whole lot. Net balance 116 megawatts. You do have to watch out about that kind of stuff. I suppose maybe work on satellites first, because they are kind of important. You outside of Krakow. You'll be just there. Outside of Krakow, just, yeah. Exist, have fun. Then you guys... Nope. Get off of you. Guess you guys need a division. These troops can effectively just be their own division. I don't necessarily need to assign generals at the moment. I can assign generals as that becomes more necessary. You were just sitting out there, huh? Are you under me? I know that you are... Yeah, you are under us. Good. Soviet Republic. Nice, nice. In Moldova. You guys can be a group. Throughout the Ukraine. Perhaps. You know, the group. The Ukraine army. They can find something to do. They're there. I'll probably do a lot of this after the video is done, before the start of the next episode. But I do want to make sure some of my troops are in a good position. You guys would be your own army. And yeah, just there. You guys. And what about him? That's an army. Yeah, these troops. That's an army. These troops. Army. These general region. No, these troops need to be specifically in their own army. We've been a new theater for our own lands now. A border against them. A border against Norway. A border... Just defend Murmansk. Maybe have a separate area. Now what's this? The Karalo-Finnish Soviet Republic. Okay. Maybe down here in... Who are you? Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia. Interesting. I don't know if I've shown off the fact that Greece is in the middle of a civil war. I think in the real world, this was a victory for the... I must say the Kingdom of Greece, because I know that Greece never went communist, but I cannot be sure. I'm pretty sure they stayed out of the affairs of Greece because they had signed an agreement with, I'm going to say, the United Kingdom, that Eastern Europe could be in the sphere of the Soviets, but Greece would have to be in the sphere of the British. Update equipment in production. Oh boy. Military vehicles. But what do you change out for? Military vehicles 2. Strategic bomber. Jet strategic bomber. Is that a jet tactical bomber? Jet strategic bomber, I guess. 1 every year. That takes a lot. Missing equipment is a lot. Okay. Decisions available. Promise of peace. Missing equipment. Free dockyards. Free factories. Oh boy, I'll probably do this on my own time. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!